teams, only 30 minutes. 30 minutes to finish.
Guys, please. Sorry. I'm trying to put the screw. If I put the screw, it's going to be 100%, so no move this junk. That's it.
In the final furlong, the fellows from Florida step up a gear and work as a team. Milton and Chuck add an aluminium backbone and mount the all-important tail controls.
15 minutes, teams. 15-minute time check.
With minutes left, even Barnaby and Sam are working together. The sisters finish the tail surfaces and want to christen their creation.
How about if we call it Two Men Clashing Heads? We made a stretcher. Which one of you is wounded?
There's just enough time to connect the controls.
Watch out! Gearheads are coming!
The gearheads are coming!
And they're looking red hot.
The baling wire from the back end of that to the extreme.
Keep it going. Fix one up, man. Too heavy.
That's for the seat?
Man.
Yeah, okay. We're great on that.
All right, teams. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tools down. Teams, you did a great job today. You have made gliders out of nothing. Yeah. Go get some rest. See you tomorrow.
So, will the Hicks family affair stay stuck on the ground or soar through the sky?
And will the Miami Gearheads haphazard biplane rise to the challenge, or is it all just hot air? Find out after the break.
Welcome back to the Junkyard Wars semifinal. We're in the hills above beautiful Santa Barbara, where our two teams of intrepid aviators are about to take to the sky.
Under Junkyard rules, the teams have one last chance to make vital precision adjustments. So out comes the duct tape. And then down to the important deed of decorating. With a big red cross, the Gearheads christen their biplane the Red Baron.
Hoping to win the battle of the sky, the Hicks family have named their monoplane Stress Hawk. I can't imagine why. There's just time for a final few domestic chores. Captain Sam's a dab hand at sewing, too.
Seamstress Sam, oh yeah.
The rules are simple. The teams will have 3 attempts to get airborne. They'll start from the hill and their flight time will be measured from when they take off to when the first part of their machine or themselves touches the ground. The team who stays in the air the longest will be through to the Junkyard Wars finals.
With tinkering done, things are abuzz in the Red Camp. Worried that their plane is too heavy to take off, the Gearheads have hatched a foolhardy plan.
Don't get the tail.
They think their test pilot expert Chuck is a little, well, portly. So they've nominated wiry Captain Milton into the hot seat. Milton has flown ultralights before, but nothing like this. So after a brief bit of tutoring from Chuck, he's ready to go.
Yeah, they got cruise control and other stuff. We got crush control.
Okay.
But mostly because...
What does our judge Missy think about this reckless turn of events?
The bottom line at the end of the day is pilot experience, don't you think?
I think so. I think that both the aircraft, the Miami Gearheads, the Hicks family, in a perfect world, I think they could be extremely competitive. I think that the gliding distances, if they're flown well today, it's going to be a close race. But I think that it's really going to come down to pilot performance.
Okay, you've seen them both. You've seen them up close. Who do you go with?
As much as I would love to see this biplane fly, I'm going to have to go with the Hicks family monoplane.
Sticking with the Hicks.
I'm sticking, and because I'm a pilot and because I know the importance of pilot experience, I'm going to have to go with Barnaby.
All right, we'll see if you're right.
Okay.
With the judge dubious and Milton's neck on the line, Chuck asks for some divine protection.
Hey, Milton, before you fly this thing, we always put a little blessing on my airplanes. So to keep the pilot safe, so just say, God, protect this airplane, protect everybody who flies it, so you have safe landings every time. Amen.
Amen.
Now it's a blessed airplane. All the saints are on our side now.
Safety comes first, so we've allowed each team one chance to test their balance and steering systems, but they're not allowed to leave the ground.
Okay, we're getting some breeze.
First up, the Miami Gearheads.
3, 2, 1.
And there they go. It's looking good. A few bumps. Frank takes a dive, but Captain Milton keeps the Red Baron nice and steady.
That looked great. I was worried about the CG, but it started to fly just before it landed.
It's a super cool test run from the novice pilot.
What more are you going to do?
Well, we need to get it a little further up the hill.
Yeah.
He's doing a great job piloting the airplane. He's the right weight. If I'd have been in it, we'd still be in it.
I'm ready.
If I'd have been in a plane, we'd still be pushing over to the ocean.
With the Gearheads in boisterous spirits, next up are the Hicks family, aboard the Stress Hawk.
All right, that's good.
Experienced test pilot Barnaby is at the helm. The Hawk is ready to swoop.
Okay, you're ready. Go, go, go.
Oh, much smoother this time, much smoother. Just what you'd expect from a perfectionist pilot.
Yeah, it got light. I was using a whole lot of rudder to hold it straight, though.
I got the hell out of the way.
What just happened? Machine definitely got light.
Well, you could feel it kind of lifting off.
I could feel it lifting. We weren't directly into the wind, so we could also feel it rolling, and because the tail was still on the ground, and all my roll control is by yawing the machine.
And your body, too. Your body was to the right, it was tipping to the right. When you straightened back up, the thing started moving to the left.
Okay, I'll keep
down.
that in mind, Sam.
I watched it from the back.
Okay.
So with successful tests under their belt, the teams are ready to take to the sky. After the obligatory coin toss.
Let's flip that coin.
Hey.
Heads. Here you go.
Okay, good luck, guys.
Good luck,
The Hicks win, and Captain Sam nominates the Gearheads to go first. Remember, it's 3 runs down the hill each.
Guys, think fly.
The wind is up. The hill is steep. The crash helmet is on, and Milton's ready to fly. He's keeping his cool, but even our judge Missy looks a bit nervous, and she's got to keep time.
Miami Gearheads, it's now time for the first flight of the Red Baron.
It's in the air. Oh, and again, amazing. The clock stopped when the plane bounced, but it's a superb maiden flight, and rookie pilot Milton is thrilled.
That was air!
What did we get?
3.4 seconds.
3.4 seconds. That's not bad. I mean,
Pretty good.
First time around.
First flight, untested.
Now, when they actually left the ground, they had some, it was a pretty straight flight, though.
Actually, I thought we'd see a little bit more wobble than we did. It was nice and easy takeoff.
What did they do right? I mean, I know it was just a short little 3-second flight, but what did they do right?
Well, I think that the Miami Gearheads, Milton driving, he held the nose nice and straight, so that was good.
I don't think he had enough time to do anything.
That's
really.
right.
You don't see anything.
Milton, Chuck, I'm happy to tell you that the official recorded time, 3.4 seconds.
Yeah. All right. So we are
Not
right
bad.
now the unofficial Junkyard War high time winner.
So far. The gauntlet is thrown down, so it's crunch time for the greens. And with the Hicks family honour on the line, Barnaby is getting butterflies. So even seasoned pilots get nervous before a first flight.
If you don't, you shouldn't be in the seat.
Hicks family, it's time for the inaugural flight of the Stress Hawk.
Think good thoughts, Jakey. Think good thoughts.
Looks like we're very close. There they go. They are rolling.
There she goes. She's picking up speed.
There we go.
She's up. Oh, disaster. The Stress Hawk nosedives straight into the hill. But is Barnaby okay?
You okay?
I'm fine, Jakey. I'm okay.
How uncomfortable was that? It looked horrible.
It wasn't fun.
There.
It wasn't fun.
You're definitely not hurt anywhere.
No, the harness did everything it's supposed to do. You know, the reason the machine had a cage all around the pilot was for just such an eventuality.
Oh, that wing looks damaged.
That looks bad.
Yeah.
That's not good.
Let's take a look at what Barnaby actually did.
Well, the wind was actually blowing, from his perspective, it was going left to right. And as he took off, I think that he overcompensated with his rudder, and he just bit the dust.
And just totally turfed it.
No.
And I think we were airborne a little more than the 3.8 seconds.
Well, we'll get the official word on that in a minute.
That they were airborne, so it's up to me.
Better check in with ground control for the official timing.
That's one hurting bird.
Kathy to Tyler.
Go ahead.
Tyler, I was wondering if we have the official timing on that flight for the Hicks family.
As a matter of fact, we do, and it's 2 seconds exactly.
2 seconds is a long way off the Gearheads 3.4, and the team aren't impressed.
It's a lot longer than 2 seconds.
Okay, let's haul that thing out of here.
But not a man to bail out, stubborn Sam rallies the troops. He figures there could be a quick fix for the Stress Hawk.
Meanwhile, the Gearheads get clearance for their second flight and haul their biplane into position.
For the Greens, it's off to the side of the hill for a quick once-over.
Well, it's a somewhat undignified landing for the Hicks family, but it's one flight apiece and it still could be anybody's game. See what happens after the break.
Welcome back to Junkyard Wars. After their first flight, the Hicks family are in the hangar for some damage control, and the Miami Gearheads are taking to the air one more time.
On their maiden flight, the Gearheads took a gamble with lightweight but inexperienced pilot Milton. But their risky strategy paid off with a 3.4-second flight. The Hicks family glider was flown by veteran test pilot Barnaby. They got airborne, but their maiden flight ended in spectacular disaster. Barnaby suffered nothing more than a bruised ego, but the Stress Hawk came off rather worse.
They don't know yet if it's terminal, and Captain Sam wants to give it a thorough going over.
Push on the wheel back here, Jake. You'll straighten the tubes out a little bit.
With the Stress Hawk under examination, the Gearheads want to better their own record of 3.4 seconds.
Now that they've done this first run, what can they do on their second run to improve their distance and time?
Higher up and have everybody push a little harder.
A little bit harder. Okay.
Those crazy lowriders have gone all out and are launching from the top of the hill. As Milton climbs aboard, the Hicks crash must be running through his mind. But he's ready and prepared to battle the odds.
The wind's coming up now, guys.
I would not go down there.
Why? Listen, you already step off a mountain. I flew off Sandia Peak in Albuquerque. It's a 1,000-foot vertical drop right off the end.
Miami Gearheads, it's time to take the Red Baron to the skies for the second time.
There she goes. A longer run-up this time.
Get up there.
And she's in the air. And she looks fabulous.
Yeah.
Gliding elegantly like a giant butterfly. The landing is impeccable.
It was real smooth this time.
It was really smooth. That's so smooth.
Of what you saw, what did you think?
I thought it was great. It was great.
Get down here.
Kathy, are you ready
For a little bit of time?
Yeah, what was your time on that one, Tyler?
Well, our judge, Missy, says
It was 3.5 seconds.
Oh, better.
You're consistent. That's what it's all about. 3.5 seconds.
Plus 3.5, we have 7 seconds.
Yeah, it ran up to 10. So the Gearheads return jubilantly to their hangar. Better check with the Hicks on the state of the Stress Hawk. Kathy to Tyler.
Kathy, go ahead.
After extensive investigation, the verdict from the Hicks family is this
Plane isn't flying anymore.
Ooh.
What kind of damage are we looking at?
It might be quicker to list the damage we're not looking at.
So be it.
So with the Hicks family conceding defeat, we have a winner.
well done all around. First to the Hicks family. Yeah. Valiant effort.
Thank you very much.
Well done.
Thank you.
And to the team that is going to the Junkyard Wars Finals, the Miami Gearheads. There we go.
Yeah, baby.
All right. Hey, if you thought that was fun, join us for the next Junkyard